What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K22 Next Gen. And it is finally time to hop into the post-draft prospect rebuilds. Today we're going to be starting out with the Orlando Magic. They took Paolo Banchero, #1 overall, and it is time for the future in Orlando. A couple things. I have all of the first round order correct. I have everybody's draft pick is correct, except for some of the players weren't actually in the draft class. So I have to go ahead and update their names and player likeness and stuff like that. It's not going to affect today's rebuild. Another thing is I only have the first round done of the draft. I might eventually get to the second round, and we can kind of go from there. And then I'll try to keep this quick and brief. Some quick final things is, one, I put out a poll on Twitter. It's probably over by this point, but I want to know from you guys down below in the comment section. Would you rather me go in order of the draft picks, so like 1 through 14, just throughout the entire lottery? Or do you want me to put a poll in the comment section of every single one of these videos, and you guys can go ahead and vote on which ones we do next? Let me know that down below in the comment section while you're down there. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. I would definitely appreciate it. And finally, you're probably wondering why my dumbass has sunglasses on. It's because I have an eye infection, and it's absolutely vile. It's disgusting. It's not anything you want to see. But that doesn't quit. We're still doing these videos, and we're going to go ahead and look like this for probably the next couple videos. So that's fine by me. I can still see. I'm still good to go. Paolo Banchero, #1 overall pick. Let's get into it. So Paolo Banchero is on the roster. As I mentioned, we have not done the second round picks yet. So that is, again, where I'm watching the draft right now. The draft is still on behind me. The Magic haven't made a second round pick yet. I actually don't even know what pick they have. But yeah, they drafted Michael Foster for me. I don't know a ton about him. I'm not going to lie to you. Team player options time. Mo Wagner, I'm a little iffy on. I don't necessarily feel like I need to bring him back, but I could still probably maybe get a trade piece for him. And it's going to be weird. We've obviously done a lot of teams in a row that have actually been pretty good, a lot of contenders. And now it's time to get into some of the worst teams. So we probably have a little bit more cap space with a lot of these teams, which I'm pretty excited about, if I'm being honest. Qualifying offers, Admiral Schofield, probably not. Bol, I feel like I have to just for the memes. Ignas Brazdeikis, I'm new. And Mo Bamba definitely getting that qualifying. I don't know what I'm going to do with Mo Bamba. I think it's definitely a possibility he ends up not being in Orlando next year, but as of now, we're going to give him that qualifying. We're into free agency, where I probably really won't be making many huge splashes. I think, if anything, maybe bringing back Mo Bamba. We don't our caps, so we've got $16 million to play with here. We can go over this Magic roster right now. Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz. I don't know if they're both long-term answers on a championship team, because, again, this is a 3-year rebuild that is not realistic, and my goal is to obviously go ahead and to win a championship. But I like Cole Anthony especially quite a bit. Fultz, obviously, former #1 overall pick, kind of revitalizing his career a little bit, if you will, in Orlando. Jalen Suggs, RJ Hampton. I'm comfortable with both of them probably for the first season. Very similar, maybe. I don't know if they're championship caliber starters or anything like that. But again, we'll see how development goes. Stuff like that. Franz Wagner, I'm very excited. What, the 5th overall last year? 8th overall in the 2021 draft. I like him quite a bit. I'm, again, excited to see how development goes. I think a guy like Terrence Ross should probably be moved. I remember, what was it, 2 trade deadlines ago now at this point, that like the Magic were having like a fire sale. Like, I remember my Celtics got Evan Fournier, the Denver Nuggets got Aaron Gordon, and they just kind of left Terrence Ross on their roster, which I thought was an interesting move. The power forward spot is an interesting one for me. Wendell Carter Jr., I like. I mean, I feel like now that we have a guy like Paolo Banchero, might be able to maybe move on from somebody like Wendell Carter Jr., or maybe something like Jonathan Isaac, who, again, has a lot of injury issues. Chuma Okeke and Michael Foster, who, again, probably not actually going to be in Orlando. It's just who the game drafted for me with whatever pick we had. And then Mo Wagner at our center position along with Mo Bamba. So, yeah, we're probably going to bring Mo Bamba back. We're probably, again, not going to be very good next year, but we're probably going to make a trade or two. I'm going to go ahead and bring back Mo Bamba. Maybe I'll see you guys with a trade before that. We're past the moratorium phase. We are into free agency officially, and Mo Bamba wants around $17.5 million a year. I'll give him that 18 just for now. Again, he's probably not going to be here long term, but he's not a bad backup center option whatsoever. So Mo Bamba, welcome back to the Magic. I may actually be interested to see where he ends up going. What I did is I moved Wendell Carter Jr. to the center position. I do want to play him. I think he's probably the best player on this team right now in real life. I think having him alongside Banchero, who's going to be obviously starting at the power forward position for me, is definitely a good idea. And again, we can kind of reassess Jonathan Isaac. Obviously, I don't play with injuries on, so that's not really a concern. But he'll be coming off the bench as of now. And then we do have Chuma Okeke, who definitely could be moved as well. Again, I'm sorry about the Michael Foster thing. I don't know where he's going to end up being in the future or anything like that. He might not even be remotely near the Magic. But I'm not waiting until the entire second round is over to record this video. So Isaac's going to be here. I think Chuma Okeke could definitely potentially move, maybe in a trade with Terrence Ross to maybe get somebody a little bit younger at that backup small forward spot. Maybe can trade Mo Wagner for a first-round pick. So let's see if we can get that done. Let's see if we can go ahead and make the moves we want to make. Okeke and then Terrence Ross, and just somebody potentially a little bit younger at that backup small forward spot. Again, doesn't need to be anybody amazing, just somebody just a little younger. Chris Duarte. Not a bad deal. Locked up under team control. He's 25 years of age, but he was drafted, I mean, I guess just a year ago. So I'll take that. Terry Taylor we get as well, and then Chris Duarte is obviously a little bit younger. So now let's go after some first-round picks. Obviously, I don't need somebody like Terry Taylor. I really honestly don't even know who that is. Is he 2022? No, he's undrafted. First-round pick here from the Memphis Grizzlies, absolutely beautiful. And then again, probably going to do something similar here with Mo Wagner, who I just really don't feel like I need in this team. I get his brothers are starting small forward, but I don't really care about chemistry or anything like that in a rebuild such as this. So actually some decent offers. I don't really want to fleece Memphis twice in a row, but if that's the only trade that I'm getting with first-round picks, it's definitely a potentially... oh, wow. Okay, let's do this here with Houston. Wow, imagine if that pick pans out to something amazing. Cool. So this team's all set. It's going to be a 10-man rotation. I'm going to try to send Michael Foster to the G League and potentially develop him because we could move Isaac at some point. Again, really excited for Banchero. Let me know your thoughts on the Magic taking him first overall. Again, I think everybody probably thought it was going to be Jabari Smith Jr., and it was kind of a complete 180, probably half an hour before the draft. So I'm excited for this team nonetheless. Again, we're probably not going to be very good next year, but developmental year, all these guys getting better, that's what we're really looking for. I'll see you guys at the start of year number 1. We're here at the start of year number 1 in Orlando. That is not something I thought I would be saying anytime soon, but I'm very happy to do a Magic rebuild. Again, I really like this young core so far that Orlando has kind of built themselves. Starting 5 is as follows. Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs. Again, very young, very dynamic backcourt. Really excited to see what they can kind of do together. Hopefully can keep developing, and hopefully we can kind of win some basketball games. And maybe I can end up keeping them. Franz Wagner here at the small forward position. Again, I like him a lot. I'm very excited to see what he can do here for us. Again, not 100% confident that he can be a starter on a championship team, but I'm not going to give up on him yet. Paolo Banchero, Mr. number 1 overall pick. That's who the video is about. We are excited to see him. 33 minutes a night in his rookie year. We have very high hopes. And then Wendell Carter Jr., I don't know if they're going to be starting him at center moving forward. I don't really know. Again, I don't really watch Magic games, if I'm being honest with you. I don't really know how they ended up doing that lineup, but yeah, he's going to be playing center for us. Bench is actually really good. Markelle Fultz in there is our 6-man, 80 overall, 20 minutes a night, followed by Jonathan Isaac, Mo Bamba, Chris Duarte, and RJ Hampton. Again, I don't really know what I'm going to do with the guys like Mo Bamba and Jonathan Isaac. Might not be here the entire video, but then again, we can kind of say that about a lot of people. So we'll see how it is for year number 1. I also went ahead, you can see right here, and I sent Michael Foster down to the G League. I might not even use them in the video just because I don't actually know if they have them or not. I mean, if there's an updated shared file on PS5 after the draft that has everything up to date and any of you know it, please, please, please comment it down below. I really could use it. Of course, I will look on my own too as well. See if we can find that. Probably not going to be a very good year. Let's see how it goes. See you guys at the end of year number 1. So not necessarily what I was expecting here in the first season, but we are in the plan. And again, I will take that. That's honestly way better than I thought we were going to be. Hell of a first season for the team that we actually have. Luka Doncic is your MVP. Shocker, I know. Paolo Banchero, Rookie of the Year. 17 points, 8.5 boards, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Very, very good prospect. I'm super excited to see him in, I almost said Houston, in Orlando. Guess I had the Houston script in my mind. Brickleberry Simmons, 6th Man of the Year. Giannis, Stevens Player of the Year. Nashawn Highland, Most Improved. Willie Green, Coach of the Year. Yeah, they're very good over there in New Orleans. All right, let's take a look at the standings. We finished with a record 43-39. Not bad for a team that just had the number 1 overall pick. I will take that every day of the week. Stats on the year: Cole Anthony, Paolo Banchero, Wendell Carter Jr., Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Chris Duarte, Mo Bamba, Jonathan Isaac, Hampton, and Paul down there as well. Rebounds per game was Wendell Carter Jr., and assists was Jalen Suggs. So we're in the play-in over here in the Eastern Conference. We got the Detroit Pistons here. Let's check out their squad, who had a very, very good draft themselves. Jaden Ivey, Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, Jeremy Grant. Yeah, they're very, very good. Let's play it. And we win, and we're moving on to Toronto now. Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., OG Anunoby. Who knows if he's going to be a Raptor much longer. Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, Precious Achiuwa. They got Ricky Rubio on the bench now. Oh, wait, I'm fucking stupid. I simmed that, didn't I? I'm dumb. Never mind. We have the Boston Celtics. Pritchard, Brown, Tatum, Al Horford, Robert Williams, Derek White, Marcus Smart. They really didn't change much. I would not be surprised if we lost this series, but nonetheless, we'll give it a go. We actually get a game in there. And we're down 3-1 now and come back. A little bit of a comeback here against the Celtics. No, we get eliminated in 6 games, but nonetheless, we gave it a valiant effort. And we're in the playoffs after having the number 1 overall picks. Celtics redeem themselves and get a championship this year. Jason Tatum plays like the star that he is. And the Celtics get banner 18. Good signs to come. All right, let's head up to league meetings right now. We will reject all of these as always. Good there. Let's hit the draft lottery and see what we got in the pick department. Could have sworn I saw him. Oh, that pick via Chicago. Not sure what pick that is, but hey, I'll take it if it's ours. We have number 5 overall and 6. Oh, it's that Houston pick. That stems back to the Mo Wagner trade. And we also have 6 from Chicago, where I don't know where I got that, but that's 2 top 6 picks. That's absolutely beautiful. And we also have number 20 in the draft. Holy shit, we can make some potentially really big moves right now. Jamal Mosley's fine. I don't think, again, not my favorite head coach, but I don't have a problem with him. So yeah, 2 really, really high picks, and then 20 in the first round, 20 in the second round. We're definitely not drafting with all of these picks, but we're in the market to make a really big trade. I'll see you guys with the move. I have no bad blood with Franz Wagner. I think when I kind of look at the way this team's built right now, I think our backcourt both played super, super well. And this team ultimately needs another scorer, and I think Brandon Ingram kind of brings that to a whole nother level. So I'm not trading Franz Wagner. He'll probably just be coming off the bench. Jonathan Isaac and Mo Bamba, I think their time here is kind of expired, in my opinion. They can go on to greener pastures and hopefully get a little bit of more of a role in New Orleans if possible. They didn't want to do that. I don't even think I'd have to give up the 5th overall pick, potentially not even number 6, but I'd be willing to do it. And then throw in maybe 20 as well, and they agreed to that. So cool. Welcome to the team, Brandon Ingram. You are going to obviously be our new starting small forward. Him and Banchero are going to be a hell of a duo at that small forward, power forward spot. And other than that, I don't really know what I want to do because, again, we still have that 5th overall pick. And, I mean, there's some players here that we potentially could draft. So I'll hop in the draft, see if I get any offers for the number 5 overall pick. I am going to trade my 2nd round pick. I know some people were saying go ahead and use them. But when I have a high pick like this, it just really doesn't feel necessary, if I'm being honest with you. So Keontae George, Amari Bailey, Derek Lively second, Chris Livington, Nick Smith down there as well. We look at the summary so far. Scoot Henderson goes 1, Victor Wembanyama goes 2. They're kind of the 1-2 punch of this draft, at least in the game from what I've been noticing in all these rebuilds. If I were to just offer the 5th overall pick, what are my trade options? Is it just a bunch of picks? No, it's some players as well. D'Anthony Melton, really good pickup for the 76ers for that 23rd overall pick. Larry Markkinen, Powell, whoa, baby. I feel like I get De'Aaron Fox a lot. I really do. Anthony Simons, Patrick Baldwin Jr., who's in Golden State. I think that's a good developmental project over there. And I can get Victor Wembanyama. Do I do this? And then kind of say goodbye to Wendell Carter Jr.? Victor plays super well. All right, I'm going to do it. Victor Wembanyama, welcome to the team. I have no idea why on earth that's the thing that's possible. But Victor Wembanyama is an 80 overall, and he's going to be 100% our starting center. And now we're going to have to kind of figure out, nope. Qualifying offers, Bol, I think I can move on from Bol at this point. It was fun. It's fun to have him. It's fun to see for the memes, but I just don't really need him. We do not have any cap space. That's unfortunate. We also really don't have any free agents, so I guess that is one of the good things we have for us here. What I might do now is maybe go ahead and make a trade potentially involving Wendell Carter Jr. I don't really feel like having him come off the bench. Maybe could go ahead and get a better backup power forward instead of Michael Foster, who... Again, I don't really even know if he's going to be on this team. And then Chris Duarte is probably going to be in a trade as well. Nothing against him, just, again, a little bit of a logjam. So let's get into some trades. I'm going to try to pull off a big deal here. I know I said I was going to trade probably Wendell Carter Jr. for some small bench pieces, but I think this team has a ton of potential. And Zach LaVine, again, would be another huge upgrade. So, again, I feel bad for like Jalen Suggs, who probably really won't be playing as much anymore, but if it's possible for me to get Zach LaVine, I'm doing this pretty much every day of the week. So, yeah, I didn't even have to go with a first-round pick, and Zach LaVine's now on this team. Which means potentially I move one of the, what happens in the overall department if I move either Suggs or Hampton to the point guard spot? Jalen Suggs goes up to an 82, RJ Hampton stays the same. I guess I'll probably move Suggs just because that overall goes up, but yeah, that's actually fine. Okay, cool. So, we're going to probably have Cole Anthony and Jalen Suggs as our point guards. That's fine. Hampton will be the backup to LaVine, I guess, for now. We'll probably be in a 10-man rotation for one more year, and so now what I'm going to do is trade Chris Duarte for either a backup power forward or center. I still can't believe I was able to get both Ingram and LaVine. So, Chris Duarte for a backup power forward or a backup center. I'd like somebody, decent. It doesn't need to be anybody crazy, crazy good. Like Chris Boucher is honestly probably as good as it's going to get. Ooh, is that my boy Nikola Jovic over there in Miami? Otto Porter. Ooh, Obi Toppin. Actually excites me a little bit. I think Obi Toppin has some potential. That and a first-round pick from the New York Knicks. Beautiful. And then we head over to centers. Honestly, Nerlens Noel is serviceable enough. Welcome to the team, Nerlens Noel. Bol, you can leave. And this team is looking a lot different from the play-in team that we were last year that ended up losing, I think, in 5 or 6 games to the Celtics. But yeah, this team should definitely be competing. I will see you guys at the start of year number 2 in Orlando. We made a lot of big moves in the offseason, and this team looks like they're ready to compete here in a loaded Eastern Conference. Jalen Suggs is progressing super well. He's up to an 85 overall, so it's kind of hard for me to make an argument to not start him, and I'm going to start him at the point guard spot. Him, Zach LaVine, going to be a very, very scary backcourt, followed by Brandon Ingram, Paolo Banchero, Banchero and Victor Wembanyama. So really young front court here. I'm also surprised why Banchero went down in overall. That's weird. Actually, Ingram and Levine did too, but whatever. Bench is insane. Franz Wagner, Cole Anthony, RJ Hampton, Obi Toppin, and Nerlens Noel. This definitely could be a bench that I transition into a 9-man rotation next year. Probably without a backup small forward or shooting guard, just because those are our highest overalls. But again, something we can figure out, and that's not 100% either way. But this team is what we're focused on right now and are potentially going to be heavily competing here in the Eastern Conference. I'm excited. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. Jason Tatum finishes year number 2 with an MVP award. You honestly love to see it. We are the 5 seed here in the Eastern Conference, so making our way up. We obviously added 2 stars to this team. I'm still excited, and I still think we can do some damage here in the playoffs. JT MVP, congratulations. Victor is your Rookie of the Year. 14 points, almost 9 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal. He's very, very good. Brickleberry Simmons, 6th Man of the Year. Giannis Stevens, Player of the Year. Kendall Brown, Most Improved. Ime Udoka, Coach of the Year. Celtics also very good, fresh off of a championship. So we finished with a record of 47-35, continually getting better, and that's, of course, what you love to see here. West, whoa. Oh, my God, they're having a mid-off here. Jesus, fuck, what the hell is going on in the West? One of the teams, whoever makes it to the finals from the Western Conference is going to make the finals with under 50 wins. That's nuts. Player stats in the year, Levine and Ingram, again, kind of up the scoring for us. That was what we were kind of looking for. Cole Anthony, Victor Wembanyama. Paolo Banchero, Jalen Suggs, RJ Hampton, Franz Wagner, Obi Toppin. I feel bad for Wagner and Hampton. Like, again, if this was like a 5 or 6 year rebuild, I potentially could develop them a little bit more, but here in a 3-year rebuild and a goal to obviously win a championship, I'm a little bit handcuffed on developing guys as much as I can. So I try to keep them on the team, and I get kind of a win for everybody. Back to the regularly scheduled program. Trae Young, Malik Beasley, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, who probably won't be a Hawk for very much longer, Clint Capella, and Onyeka Okongwu, AJ Griffin, who I thought was a pretty big steal of the draft. I cannot believe he wasn't a lottery pick. Let's go game by game. We take 2 on Atlanta's court. We win on our home floor, and they get a game on our home floor, and no, we're not doing this right now. We win in 6. Moving on to the team that beat us last year, and the defending champions, they added Jordan Poole. Sweet, dude. Just drills half-court shots against you in the finals, and you probably give him $20 million a year. That's sick. Let's go game by game with the Celtics. I'm not feeling too good about this, if I'm being honest. We do get a game in there, and we get a second game in there. We get a third game in there, and the Celtics just blew a 3-0 lead. And we're in the Eastern Conference Finals, taking on the Detroit Pistons. Saban Lee, and you added LeBron. Because why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously you add LeBron James. How are you not starting Jaden Ivey? Play Cade at point guard. Jesus Christ. Or play one of them. It doesn't matter. Just play one of them. We're 1-1 with the Pistons right now. We go down 2-1. We go down 3-1. Can we have another comeback in us? And we do not. That's all she wrote for us here. The Pistons go on to win the finals. I mean, they added LeBron James. So, I mean, that's sweet. Yeah, Cade Cunningham's very good. Cade and Jaden Ivey are going to be disgusting in the backcourt. Did Cade play a lot of shooting guard for the Pistons? I'm not going to pretend I know the answer to it, but if he did, I think Cade and Jaden Ivey, which is, God, the thought of that backcourt in like 4 to 5 years just terrifies me, but congratulations. There's no way we have another high pick in this lottery unless there's something I'm just missing. It's Thunder, Knicks, Bulls, Grizzlies, Pelicans. I do not see the Magic anywhere because honestly at this point in time, I almost get not overwhelmed, but I almost feel like kind of useless when I have like a ton of high first round picks and I just don't need them. I don't necessarily think Jamal Mosley's like the best option for us at the head coach position, but I'm not going to lie to you. I really don't like any of these head coaches, maybe besides Ty Lue a little bit. Do I want to hire Ty Lue for the final season? I mean, he has an A- offensive, A+ defensive rating. We'll hire Ty Lue. Jamal Mosley, thank you for your time, but we're going to bring in Ty Lue, and hopefully he can carry us to the promised land. Tyronn Lue, welcome to Orlando. Let's hit the draft. Let's see if we have any picks here. I do not think we do. We have 25. I just don't need this. Like, if it was the first year, I'd potentially do that, but it's the final season. I'm not going to be drafting any prospects to come off the bench. This is already a deep enough team. All of those guys are going to be coming back. Cole Anthony, RJ Hampton, and Obi Toppin are free agents. That probably makes it and explains a little more why it was so easy to get Obi Toppin. I didn't even look at his contract. Please tell me LeBron's not going back to the Pistons. Okay, that's good. It is the final year, and I don't know how much money I have, so I'm going to be a little cheesy and pretty much give all of these guys to qualifying, mostly because I don't really plan on trading any of them. I think we're pretty much set enough, and I honestly think that I stand by my statement. I think this team's good enough to win a championship. I mean, we're just in the Eastern Conference Finals. to a very, very good Detroit Pistons team that had LeBron James. So, yeah, I will make one move just because I don't like leaving the team exactly the same for multiple years. So Nerlens Noel will get traded just for a different backup center. I mean, it's nothing huge, but wow, we have a lot of picks too. It's just nothing that I really need moving forward. So, yeah. Centers. Isaiah Hartenstein, no thank you. Marjon Beauchamp would be cool. I'm excited to see what we do in Milwaukee. I think he's a little bit of a project, but yeah. The center spot, Kevon Looney. I actually like Kevon Looney a lot. I think he does a lot of things well. Let's bring in Kevon Looney. We're going to go ahead and get rid of Nerlens Noel, and I will see you guys at the start of the third and final year. Third and final year here in Orlando. We are looking very, very good. Again, a very, very deep team. We don't necessarily have a huge superstar in this squad, but overall-wise, we're a super stacked team. Jalen Suggs, Zach LaVine, Brandon Ingram, Paolo Banchero. I have no idea why Victor Wembanyama's overall is going down. Is it because I, traded for another different backup center or signed a different backup center and Kevon Looney? Do you feel threatened, Victor? I'm sorry. Are you upset that you just won Rookie of the Year? I'm playing you 32 minutes a night, and I traded potentially the best player we started out with on this team to draft you? Is that what's going on right now, Victor? Are you upset about that? Okay. Well, cool. Play well for us again. I don't really care how you feel. Franz Wagner, a six-man, Cole Anthony, RJ Hampton, and Obi Toppin, and Kevon Looney. That might have been a little aggressive. I'm sorry about that. But, yeah, this team's very, very deep and very, very good. And I think we have what it takes. Jalen Suggs progresses so well in this game. I think we have what it takes to win a championship. I'll see you guys at the end of the third and final here. We finished as a 3 seed here in the Eastern Conference in our final season. Not too bad. Would have liked to be a little bit better, but overall-wise, I really care about the playoffs. Luka wins his second MVP award. Ron Holland, Rookie of the Year, is in Chicago. Brickleberry, another six-man. Giannis Stevens, Player of the Year again. Marjon Beauchamp, most improved player over there for the Milwaukee Bucks. Good to see. Dwayne Casey, Coach of the Year. Congratulations. Alrighty, let's go ahead and check out the standings. Finished with a record of 50-32, so we hit that 50-game threshold. Honestly, not bad for a team that had the number 1 overall pick a couple years ago, but again, would like to be a little bit better. Zach LaVine, Brandon Ingram, Victor Wembanyama, who again started out the year very, very bitchy in the overall department. Paolo Banchero, number 1 overall pick. Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs, Hampton, Franz Wagner, Kevon Looney. Rebounds per game went to Banchero, and assists was Jalen Suggs. So, we have the Boston Celtics here in the first round. We beat them last year. They're still not my favorite team to play. They add DeMar DeRozan to their team. I don't know if I love that fit, but nonetheless, hopefully we can win this year. They blew a 3-0 lead against us last year. We're up 3-0. Let's hopefully not repeat history. They win one game, and we win. Okay, cool. I didn't want to have to go through that. The New York Knicks. I honestly feel bad for Knicks fans, man. Obviously, I'm a Celtics fan, and the Knicks are probably probably my number 2 most hated team behind the Lakers. I mean, I was basically raised to hate the Lakers, and that's fine. I think every Celtics fan hates the Lakers. But I'm starting to feel bad for Knicks fans at this point. They're clearing a shit ton of cap space, or they did in the draft, I guess, last night that you're seeing this, to, go after Jalen Brunson, which is not a bad idea. I feel like I don't want to say they have a bunch of players who are, mid. And I'm not calling Jalen Brunson mid especially, but the Evan Fourniers of the world who what the fuck are you doing? And they dumped Kemba, congrats, I guess, and they traded their pick in the draft, and they got some future picks that probably aren't going to pan out next year just because they're all protected. But I just don't really know what direction they're going with. I mean, they need to move on from Randall. RJ Barrett's the future. They need to pay him. And God knows what they're going to do with Mitchell Robinson. But good God, I feel bad for Knicks fans. It's it honestly must be painful. That front office is just not competent. Typically, when I shit on a team, though, they tend to beat me in these videos. Knicks can't do anything right, though. Moving on to Cleveland here. Garland, who's the 95 overall. Isaac Ochai Obagaje, or however you pronounce it. Again, horrible at names. Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, scary-ass front court. Christian Wood, made his way over from Dallas and is now in Cleveland. Let's go game by game with them in hopes of going to our first NBA Finals. We're up 3-0. We swooped them, and we got the Thunder here. So the number 1 and number 2 overall pick teams, that's pretty cool to see. Shea, Giddey, Lou Dort, Chet, JRE, TJ Warren, Poku, DJ Wagner, Monte Morris. All right, let's go game by game with them. We win game 1 here. We lose game 2. We win game 3. We go up 3-1, and hear me out, I would get gameplay, but I'm sure if you guys watch my videos consistently, you know that every time I hop into a game in this non-auto-saved file, the game just crashes on me. So I'm not going to do that. It's not worth the 5 minutes of gameplay anymore, in my opinion. I don't really want to go through the process of this again. It's just annoying, in my opinion. But nonetheless, we get the Orlando Magic a championship. And again, Zach LaVine, Finals MVP. I know this is not an organic, realistic rebuild. That's obviously not what I'm trying to make it. And I know some of you guys actually prefer when I do I don't just go out and sign or trade for a bunch of superstars, and I get it. Like, I get you want to see like a normal organic rebuild, and honestly, I've been thinking that I could potentially maybe live stream some of those. If that's something you guys are interested in, maybe hear some feedback from what you guys want to see on those live streams. See what trades and signings you guys want to see. So let me know down below in the comment section. Again, I don't have a ton of time to actually do live streams, but I'd be willing to give it a try if it's something you guys want to see. So other than that, I still don't know which way I'm going to be doing this, so be on the lookout for a poll down below in the comment section, or I'm just going to probably do the Chet Holmgren Thunder rebuild next. So we'll go either which way you guys do want to see. The poll is obviously on my Twitter for which way you guys want to see. It's probably pretty close to close at the time you guys are seeing this video, but nonetheless, I still want to hear from you guys down below in the comment section and what you guys want to see. Other than that, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Of course, if you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button. I definitely appreciate it a lot. I love the NBA draft. It is the first sign that we are getting into a very, very fun NBA offseason. I'm hoping for a ton of trades and some crazy free agent signings. That's all I want to see. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I do love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.